Welcome back to the Road Show. This morning in the buzz, a corrections officer from Arkansas easy in hot water for stripping off her clothes for Playboy. The 21-year-old is now on paid administrative leave after she was featured nude as Cybergirl of the Week on Playboy's website. Sheriff's officials say by doing this, she violated the force's ethics policy, but she says she didn't know about the policy and says she even told her supervisor about the pics ahead of time.
They knew about it. I informed them of it. They had plenty of time to tell me, no, it can't come out. I could have said, no, I don't want it to be out, but they never said no.
This beams directly right back to this organization, and does it represent what we want to stand for? Sure. Which is to protect and serve the community. Is that how we want to be reflected? I don't think so.
I don't think that it's making the law enforcement look bad. I'm not even a law enforcement officer. I'm a detention officer. I work with detainees in a jail awaiting trial.
Well, depending on the outcome of the investigation, Lunderby could be either suspended or even fired. So what do you guys think?
I think I want to move to Arkansas and get in trouble.
Cause trouble down in Arkansas.
No, seriously though, if they said that she could do this.
Well, she's saying they didn't say that she could do it, but they never actually said no. It seems like a situation of asking for forgiveness and not permission, really. But maybe she did. She said that they were aware of it. They didn't actually say yes, but they didn't actually say no. And there is a policy apparently in place that says you're not supposed to do this sort of thing. Certainly in our contracts we have a moralities clause where there are certain things that we can and can't do, and the station gets to decide what those things are.
Well, Ben doesn't.
Ben does not.
But we do.
Hence that his swinging from the chandeliers at the Portuguese Club right now as we speak. But what do you guys think? Should she be fired? Should she? What do you think?
I think if the ethics clause is there, if it's already part of the employment rules that she signed on to, then I think she's probably out of luck. I think if it's there, it's there. But if it's not, if it was never given to her and passed out as part of her employment, then I think really she's got to just be allowed to do what she wants to do. But I think you're right. And even in certain industries, like my mother's a teacher, your mom's a teacher, they're careful outside of the classroom because they are, to these little kids, a special role in their lives, and they have to watch what they do outside of work. So that's the job.
Well, I don't know this woman, but I'm assuming that she wants to do more in her life than just be a correctional officer. I don't know that, but looking at her, she kind of looks more like she's
a very attractive woman.
Yeah, and she's got that going for her, which is a good thing. But I will say, a corrections
officer, it's a good-paying job with good benefits, and you're not going to get fired. They're always looking for them.
Yeah, but I just obviously, if she wants to take her clothes off and have people look at her naked, I don't think she's ready to sit, lock down the anchor here and say, I'm going to be protecting or keep monitoring people in jail the rest of my life.
Well, here's the other thing. I think she opens herself up to harassment within her business.
Oh, my God, you think? Because that's what they get in those jails.
And not only that, but when you work in that kind of environment, you're wearing your hair back, you're wearing no makeup, and so if you're trying to downplay your femininity, you're trying to downplay all of that, and so there could be some safety concerns that are involved in this, and I can understand that the department may not want to have them be literally their poster girl.
I'm sure she's a distraction already in the jail.
Certainly outside of the jail, from those pictures there, she's a stunningly beautiful woman.
So I hope I don't know what happens, but I hope you have success in your life.
Okay. Courtney, we want to throw it over to you because we're curious what people on the live blog are saying about this morning.
Yeah, we think it depends on a case-by-case basis, I guess. Like Michelle was saying, what kind of job you have, and maybe about code of conducts and seeing things before you get hired. So we'll read some of those comments now on foxprovidence.com. This first one is from Lisa, and she says, in one way, I think it's their personal business what they do outside of work, but then again, on the other hand, it does reflect on the company you work for, especially something like that. And Tripp says, I know some companies tell employees before they are hired what the acceptable code of conduct is. I think if we take a job knowing the rules and break them, there should be repercussions. Here's the poll here right underneath the live blog. Should your job be able to control what you do outside of work? Choices are A, yes, what you do represents your company, or B, no, personal time is your own time. And we have lots of comments on our Facebook page this Monday morning. I'll see if I can get to a few of them. This first one's from Jean Marie Ioniti. She says, I don't believe that Miss Lunderby should be penalized for after-work activities. Brandy Burns Carey says, I don't understand why these young girls don't have higher aspirations for themselves than posing for Playboy in the first place. And then Gina Peepin says, I worked corrections corrections for many years, and that would absolutely change the way the inmates react to her, she would be in danger. So if you guys want to weigh in now at home, you can do so on the live blog, the poll, or Facebook. But I'll be back in about a half hour with those results. But for now, back into the kitchen, Lily.